we've got a lot to talk about today. So I'm really thrilled. So thanks for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Wow, it's such an honor.
Let's get started. So give me some framework for Sharae and how she grew up to start and own an organization called S.H.E Trucking that is doing wonderful, wonderful work. How did that happen?
So the S.H.E stands for Sisterhood Helping Empowerment in Trucking. Our S.H.E Trucking mission is to empower women in trucking through our community, to be able to give resources, mentor, to whether that looks like, hey, how do I get into trucking? You know, that's the question we get all the time. I want to drive. How do I get started? So we hold them by their hands and we guide them and tell them exactly what schools to go to, how to do that. What we went through, we tell them our experiences.
You said there's 7,000 women in the Facebook group?
Yes, we are 7,000 plus. I went to the Facebook headquarters. They got to meet Sheryl Sandberg, and she said, I came from a male-dominated industry. What you're doing is important. Don't give up. Keep going. And that was also the fuel to my fire.
How long have you been driving trucks, and why and how did you get into it?
So I've been driving for 6 years. And what you want the truth? The truth is I want
the truth.
I saw a paycheck. I was a CNA, and I said, I didn't know I could make this type of money. I mean, I was making about $10,000 a year. And then I saw a free ad that said free CDL training. Hey, I didn't have anything to lose. So I decided to pack up my stuff, and it said starting off at $40,000. It was a no-brainer to me, you know, to go for $10,000 to $40,000. And then my father was driving trucks at the time. My mom was driving school bus, and I had uncles and other people that was in the industry, but I wasn't quite putting it all together just yet. But once I got into it, I fell in love with it. I mean, I'm only 5'3", so to be in that big semi truck to me was just powerful. It was just like, I'm the biggest thing on the road.
Tell me some stories that stick out in your memory of women that have become a part of your community and have become better people because of it.
One story that I can share with you is one of the ladies, she was homeless. And so she came to me, she asked me how to get into the industry and everything. I gave her the tools and resources. You know, once you sign up for school, they put you in a hotel. Okay. So then you go through the training, and some of the companies, it's about 2 or 3 companies that'll pay you while you go to school. So she was able to get income while she's training. And then she, passed and got in the truck. Now that truck became her home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she went from being homeless to now making it her home. And what I told her, my advice to her was, stay in the truck. Like, because I lived in my truck for 4 years, you know, and I told her, stay in the truck and stack your money. And so she did that. She listened to me, took my advice, and bought a house.
Wow.
Like, she's a homeowner now. And so I was like, it was amazing to see that transition, you know.
Like, buying a house is no joke. I mean, there are so many people that cannot do that.
Right.
So for her to go from homeless to having a job to now owning a home, that's beautiful.
It is. And you know, now, like I told her, you'll never be homeless again.
When I say community, what does that mean to you?
You know, my goal was to make a safe haven for our community, a safe place for women to come to be able to post anything they wanted to be able to just get things off their chest, to be able to talk and communicate, to find that sister that they can go to lunch with or dinner with and have a form of communication and friendship. When you're genuine self, people love you for who you are. And I think that makes a difference. You know, It's okay. Like I tell people, even some of the ladies, they'll come in and say, I want to share my story. And I say, share it. On my podcast, I call it Her Story, because everyone has one. What's your story? Share it.
In this group, you are leading 7,000 plus women. You know, like it or not, you are leading this organization. You're leading these women. They're looking to you. Like, what have you learned about leadership?
Let's be honest. I didn't come in and just say, okay, I want to be a leader. You know, I did not. I just felt like, let me give them morals. Let me give them ethics. Let me show friendship. Let me show sisterhood. Let me show community. Let me do the things that I feel like that's needed. And then maybe someone, if I only touch one person, it will make a difference. And I've always said that I can put out information for people, and if they might get it or not. But if I touch one, I know I done my job.
Are there any people in your life or situations that you can point back to and say, I am the way that I am today because of her or him or that circumstance or that situation?
Hattie Mae Cameron. Hattie Mae Cameron is my 90-year-old grandmother, okay? And she has done it all. She was a nurse. She was a hairdresser. She has ran our business, our office, and she was in her community cooking and giving back. And she helped so many people. And I lived with my grandmother. So as a young child, I was able to see how she was helping people, genuinely helping them, no matter what the circumstance was. She figured it out and found the way to help. So I just have to say, Hattie Mae Cameron, my grandmother, Miss Hattie, you know, she is a gem. She's a jewel, you know.
Well, Hattie Mae sounds amazing. And I love that you didn't have to think about it, right? That's when you know it's the real thing. That's when you know it's the person. When you're just like, nope, I already know. That's a
She's
wonderful.
in the group.
Really?
Yeah. And she goes in there and she tells the ladies how proud she is of them.
That's
at
awesome.
90.
So if you could
Right.
talk directly to people in this crazy time in the trucking industry, fellow truckers, men and women both, like how would you encourage them right now as states to begin to open up? We're going to start figuring out, as you talked about, this new normal. Speak to them for a second.
So to the women and men in the industry, I just want to encourage you to have hope. You know, be hopeful that we're gonna get through this, because we are. Have faith that everything's gonna be okay, because it will. And have wisdom to change the things that you used to do, and to being able to be a part of what we have to do. Um, we're gonna get through this together, and we're going to get through this together. It's going to be okay. Keep pushing, keep trucking, keep driving, keep praying, and keep the faith.